Oh, well, we're nearly there. Finally got the engine ready to put it together. And before you put it together, there's a couple of bits you've got to do. Can't do it tonight because it's I haven't got the ring clamp. Oh, and I want to do it in one video anyway, so well, one or two. Anyway, it's all here. I haven't lost anything. That's good news. So the first job is to put the rings on the piston, and then we put the piston on the connection rod, and that's just to prepare it for building it. You can do it when you know, of course you can. You can do it when you're building the engine, but anyway, we'll just set the camera up if I can and zoom in and see if we can get the rings on. And I'm just trying to get that square, not quite square, right. There we are. That'll do. Right, let's have a look. Can you see what we're doing? Not really. Why is that? Oh, yeah, I think you can. Let me zoom in a bit more. There we are. I think you can. Right, there's the piston. See? What we've got to do is try and get the rings on. So, now when you get the rings, I've only wiped them, and that's exactly how they come. Just like that. That's exactly how they are. So, as I said at the very start, this engine's perfect, but we're pretending that we're reconditioning it. So you'd have a new piston, new rings, you'd have either a reground crankshaft or buy a new one if they don't do undersized shells, and in this case the connection rod hasn't got shells, it's just a plain bearing, so you'll buy a new one. Anyway, we'll just see how we go on and see what happens. Right, first thing you have to do, the oil ring's got a spring with a, so you put that on the third ringland. I'll show you as near as I can. There we are, that's the third one, the lowest one on the piston. Right, so you put that on and there's a little wire to hold it together. I think it's only got this, it's a blooming nuisance actually because this is awkward, but you can you see it on there? You probably can, probably can't. I don't know. There we are. Yeah, you can see it on there. Now this ring is the one that breaks, and the reason is, I'll just see if I can focus the camera. There we are. It's now focusing. There's gaps in the rings, look, and they're very, very brittle. So you have to be very careful indeed, because they snap like carrots. But anyway, that wants to go on the third one. You know, I should have had my glasses on, I can't see. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. So that spring has come out. There we are. Right. Now, it's not gone on properly under there. Yeah. So, I've got a little screwdriver somewhere. I'll just open it out a bit. Oh, I've got to put my glasses on, it's no good. If I do find them. There we are. Oh, must be tired. Sorry about that anyway. There we are. You can sort of see what I can see now anyway. And I suppose that's all that matters. There we are. That's it. And then that goes on there like that. Oh, yeah. And make sure it's in properly. It is. Yeah, it nips up. It goes up. So that's alright. So that's that one on. And the two compression rings, which I've actually kept in order because that's the way they came off. And so, I'm just going to slip these on here. Like that. That goes on there, and just have to push that out a bit. There's this screwdriver again. gone in the top ring land, it's gone across way on. Right, there we are. That's it. That one's on alright. And then the top one will of course be easy. It just goes on like that. There we are. Right, all the rings are on. No, I can't see it. That's it. Now I can see it properly. There we are. Look, all the rings are on. When we build it, you put them at 120 degrees. So you put one like that, and one there, and one there. So you have one at like 12 o'clock, one at 22, and one at 20 past. There we are. Right, I'm just going to drop that in some hot water because it expands the piston. Oh, that water's not hot enough. I don't know. I can tap it in, it'll be alright, but while we're doing that, I'll let that heat up a minute. I'll show you some of the parts I've done. It's come alright. There's just a couple of little glitches that is a shame. It is a shame. Right, I'm just going to zoom the camera out. I always go the wrong way. Why do I do that? And on the tank, when I was painting, I got it perfect. It really was good for just what I've been using for the pound shop cans and the paint I've used. It really was good. Only I've got some carb cleaner. I've had it a long time. If you look at that now, look at that. I mean, that end, it was blooming marvellous. And the inside is still good. It had to be on the outside, didn't it? The carburettor's come okay. I think you can see that alright. That's come nice. And I thought, oh, I'll put some carb cleaner down. Now, what is interesting, I've now mounted it. I'm not going to take it off again, but the top of the carburettor is plastic, the green bit, but the bottom of the carburettor is aluminium, and it's actually cast into the top of the fuel tank, which is aluminium, and yet the base of the fuel tank is steel. So that's an interesting way of doing things, isn't it? I've not seen these modern engines before. But I put some carb cleaner in. I've had it a long time, and all the air's gone out of it, and it dribbled, and look there, it dribbled and put a run down there. Now normally, of course, I would have stripped this off and redone it, but I haven't got enough paint, so that's that. And it would ruin the job for that. So it's very disappointing, that is. That's very disappointing. The other thing on the engine, I masked the engine off to do it. It went well. And I masked the engine off and just, where are we? There, blooming, I don't know if you can see that, it pulled a chunk of paint off. So I've just redone it. Now this engine, the block is actually inside. I mean, it won't be seen. Hardly any of it will be seen, but it's just annoying because the rest of it's come good. The rest of it's quite good. I mean, if you look at the head, and I've sorted all the bolts out already, you see where they go. So I've just dropped the head bolts in there. But look, I mean, the head's come really nice, it has. And the air cleaner, for instance, I mean, look at that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. And I've done the inside as well, look, I'm not skimped. It's just, I thought I had a few more cans of paint, I didn't have enough, but anyway, we've got that done, and I've just scraped enough to do the bracket by shaking the cans about. It's a bit matte, but it'll be alright. And that's the one with the speed control on. And I've made a little bracket. Well, I showed you the bracket, so I've just bent it. I've not actually fitted it. And I've got a nice little brass bolt there. So I'll just clean that up a bit, and it'll look alright, it will. And it'll be better than it was.